What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Yeah, so last week I was been MIA. I had a pretty busy week, so didn't have time to do the reviews. But yeah, so just diving in straight to the video. I'm gonna do like basically like bar, or at least try to. But yeah, diving in. The market opened. Actually, let me back up. Daily looking pretty good. When I came in, I saw this big candle. I was not expecting this. But we do have some support here, you know, 1 2 3 4 5. So I was expecting some kind of pullback, but I was not expecting this, so it's kind of crazy. But yeah, so diving in 8:30, we have this downtrend working down, and I'm waiting for a break and a new low. Again, like I said, I don't trade with the first 5 minutes of the open, so I'm not interested in trading. So 8:30 comes around, does this chop sideways, and then we have a break, and I'm waiting for the price to retest this low. Again, this is around 8:32. I'm not interested in the trading at all. We got a new low here, which is interesting, so we could get a second leg down, but for now, breaking low already happened, and I expect some kind of reversal or some kind of chop sideways. There is a triple test here, however. If you're interested in that, you can take that. And there's also second entry short too, because you have new low. This low is lower than this low, so you have new low first entry, second entry short, and a lower high after that. But again, I don't trade first 5 minutes, so I skip all this. Then you have a double bottom coming in here, basically micro double bottom. You could maybe take this. Again, it's 8:33 for me, no trade, and kind of there's a little chop sideways here. Another triple test here coming in. To me, that's a little bit too close to the EMA. So if you're taking that, you got burned. It is what it is. The read was correct, but the price just wanted to go a little bit lower. And we get basically a second leg as well. So like I said earlier, you would expect second 2 legs down. And this is a perfect measure move as well. So at this point right here, I would be interested in taking a trade. This is 8, I know you can't see, but it's 8:36, and price starts to reverse. I would expect on the higher low, which you get one here. Can you see that? Yeah, you can. I can't trade that. That's congestion. No, thank you. And I have this channel working up with a break. Again, I'm expecting price to retest this high, possibly with a second entry long. There's your first entry, and you do not get a second. Well, technically this is a second entry right here, but you cannot take that. You're going long into recent highs. Don't do that. That's a no-no. It's too far from EMA, congestion. No, thank you. And if you're taking that, you got burned. You also got a triple test here, but again, it's congestion. It just scares me. Get a higher low here. Can't really trade that. And then at the time, of course, you don't have this bigger channel in play. You just have this channel right here. You get a lower high. So this is not a bad setup. Playing them to the EMA with the break, new couple legs up already in place. So solid trade in my opinion. I wasn't too sure what the price was doing, so I waited a little bit longer. There's another lower high here. Technically, this is actually a failure because you have new high, first entry, second entry long failure. So if you were to trade failures, this would have been a decent place to go short. But it's congested. Like I said, most failures with these bars will be in congestion. So if you get like a clear 2 bars with the failure, take that. But this is just a little congested for me. Then price reverses. I don't have my channel working down here. And then reverses again. So at this point, what I would have done, I think I had channel something like this, because obviously, again, like I said, you don't have this bigger channel just yet. So we go up again, and then breaks to the upper channel, and then reverses, and you get a lower high here again. So at this point, I would probably either expand the channel or maybe deleted it. But notice also, you can draw a channel on something like this here as well. So just remember, guys, when you read price action, always draw your channels, go from small to medium to large, right? So there's always going to be channels within channels. It's just how it is. It's how the strategy works. So this is not a bad channel right here too. So you have a break and you already in place. So you could probably take a short here as well. Again, you don't know that bigger channel is in play or not. The price starts to go lower. There's a lower high here with the congestion. Can't take that. You have channel work down. I'm expecting a second entry short. There's your second entry short. It's above the EMA, too close to the EMA. Can't take that. And price starts to go lower. At this point, again, I'm expecting a bounce off this trend line, which is right here, right? Kind of confirms the trend line, so to speak. And then we get a true second entry short here. What I mean true is, I mean textbook second entry short, right? And I've taken this. Again, it is kind of trend trading, and you are going to this kind of support here. So, but it is clear second entry, and when it's clear like that, I have to take it. It's just to me, like I have to. It's doesn't matter if it's kind of trend or whatever. I mean, it's a clear second entry. You know, first, you know, new low, first entry, second entry. Personally, I have to take it. Context wise, maybe not so good, but when I see this, I have to. So that was one of my trades. Again, it didn't go too far, and I only got a point out of this anyways, because like I said, it's a counter trend trade. I'm shorting into this support, so I was not expecting a huge move down or anything like that. I was just expecting maybe a couple points, and then that's it. So once I got a trade, I kind of hold off a little bit, and it's going sideways a little bit here. There's a lower high. Technically, this is a lower high right here, and there's also a lower high here. But again, I wasn't really too sure after that trade. So, and price kind of like breaks this channel, so to speak, and you can probably adjust it a little bit, something like this, right? And again, you're expecting a new high from this wider channel. So we bounce off here. Again, I would not have this channel just yet. The bottom of the channel, I would have kept it in the back of my mind, but I wouldn't necessarily draw it like this just yet. And then you get also a second entry short failure. So you have new low, first entry short, second entry short failure. Again, like I said before, most of these trades, most of these setups are going to be in congestion. So, you know, it's one of those things, not very clear. And the price reverses and goes all the way up, basically. You have a channel working up with a break. Again, you're looking for the price to retest this high, which almost did, not quite. And we bounce off the EMA. This is your, technically, this is your second entry long, because you have new high, first entry, second entry. You know, this bar broke one tick above the previous bar. So by the count, this is your second entry, but I don't see it as a second entry. I just see it as one leg. So I'm being patient. There's your higher low. Can't take that. That's not a right spot. And price keeps going higher. And finally, we get a retest of this high from this wider channel. So a lower high would not be ideal, would not be bad, but this is congestion, 4-bar congestion. Can't take that, even though it worked. Price starts to go lower. We're getting a second bounce. Again, I'm expecting a triple test out of this with it. Hopefully with like a failure of second entry somehow. But there's your first entry, bounce back, and there's your second entry setup right here. Again, 3-bar congestion, can't really take that. And it fails. So you do have triple tests here. However, this is congestion 1, 2, 3, 4. Was it 4-bar congestion? I can't take that. No, thank you. And then you can clearly see it failed. Maybe you got your scalp, maybe if you enter the way I enter, but yeah, I can't take that. There's no way. It would have worked again, but it just I can't take that. And price goes all the way up, keeps working up. Again, lower high here. Do you take that? Maybe at this point, to me, the trend is pretty high, so I don't know. Taking shorts here is kind of dangerous, but you know, I could see why I would have taken it, or you would have taken it. But there's your second entry long here. Again, you have first entry, second entry long. It is a little bit dangerous because you already have a retest of this high, but with the context, I mean, it's a pretty strong trend up, so maybe take that. And you get basically 2 legs up. You have new first leg, second leg, and the price starts to reverse again. This is a pretty nice channel down. Again, I'm expecting a break with a second entry short, and here's your new low, first entry, and here's your second entry right below the EMA. So again, this is one of those things that I was thinking about taking, honestly, because again, it's a textbook second entry. It's just you're expecting a new low from this, but it's just such a big uptrend. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It was difficult not to take this, but I ended up not taking it. I skipped it. It would have worked just fine for a couple points, but with this uptrend like that, I don't know. I don't know. It's tough. Yeah. So price reverses. I was expecting some kind of triple test here. I mean, maybe you consider this triple test, but I don't really see it as a triple test. There's a little congestion here, not interested. And the price just keeps going up. And at this point right here, oops, sorry. At this point, this is what I got my bigger channel in play right here, because it confirms, you know, 1, 2, and 3, right? So at that point, this is why I also didn't want to take the second entry short, because I was not, I don't want to short this uptrend, honestly. So price reverses, goes up and it keeps going up, and I was expecting second entry or something like that. It just didn't really happen. There's a bunch of higher lows here. Maybe you take those, but I need a setup. And then finally, the price comes back to the upper channel, and then reverses. Again, nice little channel working down. I'm expecting a breakout and a retest of the low, which you get here. And now I'm expecting price to either come back to the top of the channel or reverse back down. There's your new low, first entry, second entry short. Again, it's uptrend. I'm not looking for shorts, to be honest. Maybe you take that, maybe you don't, I don't know. Also, you're kind of going short into this midline, and midline is kind of important. But price stalls here, there's triple test here. I don't know. I see it as more of a double test, you know, first test, second test, and then you get triple test here, maybe, I don't know, kind of congested, not too sure. And you finally get like a true, like, you know, 1, 2, 3 triple test, maybe you take that. Again, to me, it's just congestion, and you're also kind of going into this small resistance here, so not ideal. And then finally, price bounces off this channel again, so that's definitely confirmation of that channel in play, and goes all the way up and then reverses. Again, there's really no entries here, so I'm being patient. Again, I'm looking for a second entry or failure or triple test. And then finally, you get a new low here because this low is lower than this low, and you get a first entry and a second entry short right here. This is my second trade. Again, you kind of close to the resistance here, but I was targeting this swing high. Originally I was targeting this swing high actually, but I didn't want to get too greedy, so I was like, you know what, there's a midline coming through, I'm just going to target this swing high and hopefully, you know, get it. And I got it. It was a nice little trade. I think it was 6 points. Yeah, 6 points. It's not a bad trade at all. Just being patient, going with the trend, and then price kind of stalls. We do get a retest of this high as well. So again, you don't really know if it's going to retest this high. There's a very high chance that we're going to retest this, but again, with this midline coming through, this was a safe bet right here. And price stalls, and we get a kind of a congestion here, and you do get a triple test here, but honestly, again, I don't want to short this uptrend. Yeah, it's just not a good idea to short this. And then yeah, bounce off this trend line again. You definitely, by now you should know this channel is in play. So what I'll be looking for is basically a break of this channel and probably retest of the high again. And let's see where we got here. We got a higher low here. if you're taking that, again, it's too close to the EMA, so it's, I don't know, like this is why I have those rules, in situations like this. If it's too close to the EMA, don't take that. I mean, just wait for something else, and price starts to go lower. This is where we at. So maybe we get a retest for the high. Doesn't look like it, but you never know. Let's see if there's there's definitely a measured move somewhere, way beyond that, but there might be a bigger channel in play as well. It might be something like this, but you never know. So I just change this. So yeah, that's how I saw the market. That's all I got for the video. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.